Today I'm out here in the beautiful west desert of Utah with the Heritage Badlander side-by-side 12-gauge shotgun. I'm Dustin and you're watching Guns of the West. Well, first of all, I want to say a big public thank you to Heritage for sending this Badlander out to the channel so that I can share it in video form with all of you. I recently did an unboxing and overview video of it, and the video was instantly very popular. One of the most popular I've done in a long time. I think a lot of people are interested in seeing a shotgun from Heritage, the company we've always known for the little inexpensive 22 caliber single action revolvers. So this is a big, different, big step for Heritage, and I'm excited to shoot it and have you here with me when I do. A question that I was asked many times in the comments on the unboxing video is, Dustin, what are the chokes? You didn't mention the chokes. Well, there was a reason I hadn't mentioned the chokes, and I was hoping I could say more about them today, but that reason was there is no information on that anywhere on the gun, in the owner's manual, or from what I've been able to find on the website. Now, it's a very short gun, very close range gun, so it might just be cylinder chokes. It even appears to be as I look through the barrel. Usually with a modified choke, or especially a full choke, as you look through you can see how the light reflects differently. As I look through these barrels from the breech end here, it seemed like they may just be cylinders, and again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they were. For those of you who missed that video, it has a dark, what I believe to be a walnut stock, and I could be wrong on the type of wood, but very, very dark stain, almost black, especially back here at the back end. The fore end on this one is just a little bit lighter, but still very dark, very rich. The action and the barrels are sort of a matte finish, and I really like that look. The one thing I'll warn, if you get any gun in a matte finish, you just have to be careful because they are a little more prone to showing scratches. Not that it couldn't be fixed, but they're a little just more prone to being able to show them in the first place. So you got to be careful, baby them a little bit, maybe soft case. But up here, little brass, I believe it's brass bead sight. Somebody mentioned in the comments on the other video, it seemed like a big gap between the barrels. And there is some space, but not more than other shotguns I've had in the past. It doesn't seem wildly far apart or anything. Down on the bottom, we've got this message that says imported by Heritage. And that's an important thing to point out. Heritage didn't make this, they import it. The gun is actually made in Turkey. A lot of people in the comment section on the last video complained about that, said they would never buy it for that reason. I have another side-by-side from Turkey that has been fantastic for many, many years. So I'm not worried at all. I think it'll be just fine. It would have to work hard to prove otherwise to me. Well, anyway, now that you've seen the gun, and some of you have seen it again now, why don't we load it and just get a feel for shooting it? Before I actually put shells in it, I want to just point out some things up close. Up on top here, we've got the manual safety. Forward is fire, and if you pull it back like this, that's on safe. Up here, of course, we've got the lever. You slide that to the right, that will open up the action. I mentioned in the unboxing video that was very stiff. Just from me opening and closing it back there at the office, it's already gotten a lot easier to work with. It's got two triggers. Front trigger is for the barrel on the right. Back trigger is for the barrel on the left. A couple of ways you can do that. One is when you're ready to fire, you can pull the front one and then move to the back one, or vice versa. Or you can put two fingers in there. You can pull one at a time or both at the same time if you're really looking for a bruising. Let's go ahead and load it up. For the first few shots, I'm just shooting bird shot. These are Federal with 7.5 lead shot. So I'll get those in there, and I'm going to put it on safe for the moment. And what I'd like to do first is I'd like to pattern it. So let's go do that. We'll start with the right barrel, and then we'll pattern the left as well. As I said before, this is a very short gun, so I'm only doing this from about 10 yards. But let's go ahead and fire a shot into a piece of white paper. I'll just hold the bead right on the middle. And let's take a look at how that pattern is. Well, that seems to be fairly evenly spread. I was aiming right at the center, and they're a little to the right. Then again, it also was the right barrel. Now, I'll put up a new piece of paper and we'll try the left barrel. Let me just get a shell back in there. I unloaded it to walk over there to the target. And now, let's see what this left barrel does. Let's take a look. And again, fairly evenly spread with possibly a little cluster right there. aiming at the center again, and this time, if anything, it's a little bit to the left, the overall cluster. So maybe at this close of a distance, it does depend right barrel versus left barrel is going to be on that side of the target, respectively. Well, I also want to just try a couple of shots of buckshot in it, so let's do that. Take a look at this. I dug this out of my ammunition safe, and if you look up here, it says on there Harmon's. For those not around here, that's a grocery store out here in Utah, and they have not sold ammunition since I was just a young kid. And I really don't remember $2.99 for buckshot, that's for darn sure. This is just a box of 5. I actually have 4 remaining in there. I don't even remember what I used the other one for. But anyway, I want to see how and if they shoot. They still look good, so we're going to give them a try. Well, I'm definitely excited to try these old buckshot shells from way back in the day at Harmon's, but I just wish I had a better target than this paper. You know, something maybe that... Oh, no! Ugh. Yet again, another member of the high fructose gang. Well, I guess we got the buckshot out just in time. Let's give him some. Now tell your friends, you carbonated bandit. Now I might just be asking for punishment here, but one viewer in the last video did leave a comment saying he'd like to see buckshot and both barreled fired at the same time. So I don't remember who you were, but this is for you, and I'm just gonna fire it at my paper target there. Let's go ahead and do both just for you. Whoa! Well, one thing's for sure, there's still plenty of power in that old Harmon's ammunition. As always, I really hope you enjoyed this. I have to say, this Heritage Badlander is a lot of fun, and it is built to very, very good quality. Now, the downside of that, you look at the price tag, or at least the MSRP you can probably find online, and it is a lot higher than something like a Heritage Rough Rider revolver. So a lot of people are arguing, is it worth the price, is it not, compared to some of the other brands? Well, I don't have the other brands except for one that I've had for many, many years, and it was actually, I think, at least as much as this, maybe even a little bit higher. But, you know, for whatever the price is, I will at least say the quality is very, very good. The action is a little bit stiff still, but it's smooth. That's what I care about, because the stiffness will work out over time. And it's just, again, just a lot of fun. Now, Heritage, what they told me, the representative who sent this out, and again, big thanks to Heritage for doing that so we can all see this together, but they told me that what they're trying to do, at least one of their objectives, is to have a setup for people who like to do cowboy action shooting where you have 3 guns. You need single action revolvers, you need a shotgun, you need a rifle. And you may remember, here recently I've reviewed now this. Before this was the Rossi R92, and before that was the Taurus Deputy Revolver. Well, those 3 companies are all one entity as far as ownership, so that's how they put those out. And I've just been told Heritage will soon be releasing, if they haven't already, some lever action rifles under the name Heritage. I've yet to see what those models are or what the prices will be, but maybe we can secure one for the channel and we can all enjoy that together too. Well, please don't forget to click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos, including more with this. We haven't even shot black powder shot shells yet, and don't think for a second that that's not going to happen. That's the thing I'm most excited to do with it. And there will be plenty of other videos as well. Also, if you look in the description, you'll see where to find me on social media, as well as where to find all the great Guns of the West products. Thank you so much for watching. Don't you just love that smoke?